Bibles and turn to our Lord's Gospel according to St. Mark chapter 5. We're going to look at verses 21 through 43. St. Mark chapter 5, verses 21 through 43. St. Mark chapter 5, verses 21 through 43. I want to acknowledge our sign language ministry also. ASL, our interpreter Myra, Rainey, thank you all for being here faithful every Sunday. Amen. St. Mark chapter 5, verses 21 through 43. Amen. I'm quite sure you'll know these events that take place in this chapter. When you found it, please say amen. Amen. I'll give you a hint. Matthew, Mark. All right? You got it. All right. And when Jesus was passed over again by ship unto the other side, much people gathered unto him, and he was nigh unto the sea. And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet, and besought him greatly, saying, My little daughter lieth at the point of death. I pray thee, come and lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed, and she shall live. And Jesus went with him, and much people followed him, and thronged him. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind and touched his garment. For she said, If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be made whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press, and said, Who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and you say, Who touched me? And he looked around about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him, and told him all the truth. And he said to her, Daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace, and be whole of thy plague. While he yet spake, there came from the ruler of the synagogue's house certain which said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further? As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he said unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe. And he suffered no man to follow him, except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. And he cometh unto the house of the ruler of the synagogue, and seeth the tumult, and them that wept and wailed greatly. And when he was come in, he said unto them, Why make ye ado and weep? The damsel is not dead, but sleeping. And they laughed him to scorn. But when he had put them all out, he taketh the father and the mother and the damsel and them that were with him, and entered in where the damsel was lying. And he took the damsel by the hand, and said unto her, Talitha cumi, which is, being interpreted, Damsel, I say unto thee, arise. And straightway the damsel arose and walked, for she was of the age of 12 years. And they were astonished with a great astonishment. And he charged them straightly that no man should know it, and commanded that something should be given her to eat. Amen. I want to talk to you from the title today, Desperate Times Calls for Desperate Men. I know you've heard that saying before, but we've all had some desperate times before that calls for desperate men. want to take the plural off of measures and put desperate times calls for a desperate measure.
That's right.
And the reason why I say that is that sometimes when we are desperate for certain things, we'll sometimes compromise and do things that's not of the will of God. And we will venture off into an area where we are going to try to get ourselves some relief and some help. And we will compromise ourselves to doing things that we should not be doing. Therefore, I just want to let you know today that there is some help in desperate times. There is some help for you and I when the only measure we have to help us is the one who has all power and the ability to help us. But the key is just like the two sets of individuals, or the two individuals that are in this lesson today in the scripture. You have a man by the name of Jairus. He approaches Jesus. And you have a woman who is unnamed. And both of them had some extremely difficult, trying circumstances. You've been there before. And you had where you couldn't see your way out, didn't know how you were going to get any relief or how it was going to be taken care of. But I came to tell you today that there is someone who is able. That even if he doesn't remove it, he can give you peace in the midst of it. Because desperate times calls for desperate measures. When you look at the situation as the story has unfolded, Jesus had just returned back from across the sea. Remember we talked about taming the untamable a few weeks ago? When there was a man that his disciples saw, and it seemed like every time, everything that as the disciples were with Jesus, it seemed like when you think it couldn't get any more exciting, Jesus always does something to show you. It's just like when we say, it can't get any worse, the Lord said, you just hold on. And I'll prove to you can get worse. Because I want to prove to you what I can do in your situation. And so they just returned back, and Jesus' popularity was at an altar. You know, he had more than 15 minutes of fame. He was popular. Everybody won because they knew what he could do for them. As the boat got back and they stepped off the boat and they got on land, people began to throng around them, and him and the disciples. And as they were walking, there was a man by the name of Jairus. All right? This man, Jairus, he was a ruler of the synagogue. Now, I have to tell you what this really means. And it's interesting because how Jairus would approach Jesus. See, Jairus being a ruler of the synagogue, most of the rulers of the synagogue of that day were those who were appointed by the Sanhedrin. No, all of them had to be appointed by the Sanhedrin. And most of them, a great number of them, were Pharisees. And so it's interesting that this Pharisee would approach Jesus like he did. Because you know how the Pharisees felt about Jesus. But I found that, see, that's why we should never fret. I found that when there's somebody whom you think is unreachable, I think I need to say it again. Someone you may think is unreachable. God has a way of getting their attention and driving them in the right direction. That's why we should never fret. We should never panic. I oftentimes tell married couples when they come to me with problems, I say, don't panic. Don't fret. God has got it if you just trust him. Don't make any hasty decision. Don't make the wrong decision because your desperate times are not too desperate for God. All right? So when you look at this, Jairus came to Jesus with a problem. This man being a ruler of a synagogue, if you look at this, a ruler of a synagogue was one that he selected readers and teachers. He examined the discourses of the public speakers. He saw that all things were done with decency and in accordance with the ancestral usage. And then, notice this, they occupied a very high position. This is something you got to look at. They were the third officer in rank. There was the high priest, then there was the chief priest, then there was the ruler of the synagogue. And then also that the ruler of the synagogue, they oversaw, they were supreme in many provinces where they were in the synagogue. So therefore, when I looked at that and I was examining this text and I was thinking about this man had some prestige. And it let me know that I don't care what social status you have.
That's right.
You're not beyond trouble coming in your house. He had a daughter when he approached Jesus, his only daughter, his only child, as a matter of fact. For Luke lets us know that the word that he uses for only one daughter was the word monogenes, which means that he had no other children. And this daughter was 12 years old. And this daughter had gotten so sick that she was at the point of death. He approaches Jesus because he began to hear other people and see other people. And I believe that with Jesus, before he left to go over to the other side of the lake of Gennesaret, where he saw the wild man, I believe people who had been touched by Jesus, when they went to the synagogue and began to talk about what Jesus did for them. And you know, when you talk about what Jesus does for you, it has an effect on other people. You know, people begin to say, well, if he did it for them, I know he can do it for me. And they began to talk, and I believe that this man heard about who Jesus was. And I'm quite sure he may have even seen with his own eyes some things that happened that Jesus had done. Now imagine if the man who was impotent or lame imagine if he got up and walked in the synagogue and said, man, you remember me, don't you? I was the one that couldn't see. And then imagine if word got back across the lake, because it wasn't a big lake. The word got back from the wild man what Jesus had did for him. You know, this man had legion of demons in him, and how Jesus cast them out. Imagine what that does for someone to hear, well, wait a minute, my problem is big too. And I know Jesus can help. I've got desperate times on my hands. And so when he approached Jesus, it says that he fell at his feet. This is a man of rank in the synagogue. Lets me know that when you approach Jesus, you need to humble yourself. Can't go to him all puffed up, high and mighty. Look, Lord, you need to do this for me. No, he doesn't need to do anything but what he wants to do. And notice what he does. He goes and he falls at his feet. And that word fell down at his feet is a present tense word. And that word means that he stayed there. That's humble submission. He didn't get up and look Jesus in the eye. He stayed at his feet. And it says that he besought him. That's another present tense word. He kept on asking him, Lord, I got a problem. I need your help. Lord, please help me. You know how sometimes you don't even know what to pray. I'm going to tell you, there are times when I don't know what to pray. I don't have time for no eloquent prayers. I don't have time to say, Lord, you that dwell in heaven. You've been good to me all the days of my life. No, Lord, I'm in trouble. Help me. You know you don't have time to get all eloquent, like you all so holy and mighty. No, Lord, help. I'm in trouble. I don't even know what to pray, but I'm going to call on you. He fell down and stayed down and kept calling on the Lord for help. He besought him, it says in verse 23. Notice this, him greatly. And he kept saying, my little daughter. You know how it is. If you got a daughter, you know how precious they are. Could you imagine? Your daughter's at the point of death? 12 years old. Oh, it's no secret how both of my children are to me, but my daughter is the firstborn. And you know when she calls and she says, Dad, she's in trouble. My heart starts racing because you know how precious they are. But could you imagine having only one child? Had her for 12 years. I'll deal with that 12 in a minute, because if you notice, there's 12 in this context and 12 in the other context. And that speaks of governmental perfection. And then his daughter is lying. He said, my daughter is lying at the point of death. He remembers her probably when she was a little girl, and he was holding her in his arms. You know what that's like. You know the funny little things they do. You remember all that stuff. You remember how fathers, you know, when they tell you you're the greatest thing in the world, you know what that's like, fathers. I can relate to Jairus, although my daughter has not been at that point yet. But I could see where his heartstrings were being pulled because his baby girl was lying at the point of death. And he called on Jesus. He called on him. Lord, my daughter's at the point of death. My daughter's at the point of death. She's at the point of death, Lord. And then notice this. He says, come. This is his confidence. He knows who Jesus is. Come lay your hand on her. If you notice in the text, we have two instances of touching. We have one who wants Jesus to touch the situation, and we have another one who wants to touch him. Sometimes when you can't get to him, he needs to touch you. But when you can get to him, it's nothing like touching Jesus and holding on to him. When you look at this text, as it says right here, he says, come, lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed. And notice the word that he used for healed in verse 23. This word that he used for healed is the word for salvation. It's the word sozo in the Greek language. And he didn't realize what he was saying, but the Lord knows what he's doing. And Mark knew what he was doing by putting that word in there. He didn't use the other word for healed, iomai. He used the word that she may be delivered from what she's going through. But it has another connotation to it. And yet he says, look at Jesus' response. Notice what he keeps saying. He says, lay thy hands on her that she may be healed. But look at this indicative, this assertion of fact. In his faith, and she shall live. He had all the confidence that this daughter of his was going to live. But he didn't know what was just around the corner. Because look at what happened after that. Jesus didn't question him. Jesus started going with him. But if you notice the difference between this man, the ruler of the synagogue, and remember the centurion who sent a message, and Jesus said, okay, I'm coming. And he said, hold on, Lord. I'm a man of authority just like you. All you got to do is speak the word. But there are sometimes, don't look down on this man, because when you're desperate, come on. Come on, don't act like you haven't been desperate before. I don't care how you do it, Lord, just do it. Just come and do it. I mean, if you want to come on. And you know, there's comfort in knowing that Jesus is with you, don't you? He walks with me and talks with me along life's narrow way. He lives. Christ Jesus lives today. You ask me how I know he lives? He lives within me. Because he's walking with me. And he's talking with me. All right. And anyway, so Jesus went with him, and many people, they followed him. Okay, the multitude was still there. And it says, and thronged him. And that word thronged is a word that they were pressing in from all angles. There were people on this side. It's time for, there you go. They know to get up now. And they were, you beat Jesus. And we just, and people just coming, and it's just us three, but there was a whole bunch of people bumping up against, jostling him. Now Jesus didn't turn and hit him in the face. But if you notice this, that there was a transition that took place, providentially. They thronged him, and verse 25 says, this nameless woman, a certain woman. Now she had a problem too. She had a desperate situation. This woman that came, first off, he says, what was the problem? She had an issue of blood. And notice the length of time, for 12 years. Now this issue of blood, Leviticus deals with this issue. And to notice this woman, by Mark putting that first, he tells that this woman not only had a physical malady, this woman also was a social outcast. fast. Because of the Jewish law in the book of Leviticus. Now, a woman in Leviticus chapter 15, verses 19 through 24, it deals with the natural menstrual discharge of a woman, for which no offering, sin offering, was required. Now notice what the Lord told Moses to tell the children of Israel. This woman who had a natural flow of her menstrual cycle, that's just a regular, he said she shall be set apart for 7 days. No contact with anybody. Not only that, whoever touches her shall be unclean until the evening. And let me tell you, a friend of mine, Dr. G.A. Williams, went to Israel. And I've shared this with you before. And he saw one of the rabbis. And he told the story. He and his wife were there, and he wanted to take a picture with the rabbi. The rabbi said, yes. His wife approached. He said, no! You can't take a picture with me. Because he didn't know if she was unclean or not, if she was on her menstrual cycle. That's the way it was there at that time. And then whoever touches her will be unclean until the evening. Everything she lays on and sits on shall be unclean. Whoever touches her bed has to wash his clothes and bathe in water and will be unclean until the evening. Whoever touches anything she sat on must wash his clothes and bathe in water and be clean until evening. If any man lies with her at all, he shall be unclean 7 days, and every bed he lays on shall be unclean. That's just for the regular menstrual cycle. Then Leviticus 15, 25 to 30 deals with some type of discharge of blood that indicates some type of disease that was not menstruation, which required a sin and burnt offering. And it goes through and it repeats those same things. And this is what she has, something that was ongoing. Could you imagine for 12 years? She was not to be touched. And so by her having this issue of blood in verse 25 for 12 years, this flow of blood that was coming out, it says that not only that, but she spent up all of her money trying to find relief. Went to every doctor she could find. Spent all of her money on many physicians. And notice this. And did not even get better. But then worse than that, she got worse. Imagine how cursed she must have felt. Couldn't even go into the marketplace. Couldn't let anybody touch her. Couldn't let anybody see her. And this is for 12 years. 12 years. My Lord, you're right. You can't even think of what it would be like to be ostracized for 12 years. And notice this. When she heard of Jesus. Talking about desperate times. Calls for desperate measures. When she heard of Jesus, she didn't let anything about her sickness or the law keep her back. And I'm so glad Jesus tells the story, because he lets us know that that law in the Old Testament, now grace far exceeds the law. Because the law didn't seem to have a compassionate heart towards us. But notice what she does is that when she heard of Jesus, she came in the press, the throng, the multitude that were jostling Jesus. Imagine what it was like. You got a crowd close up to him, and she's wheeling her way and just moving, trying to pushing people out. Now think about how many people she touched. Every one of them was unclean according to Jewish law, ceremonial law. Let's just say she touched 25 men going through there, and I imagine they were surprised. She shouldn't even be here. Touching me. And touched him, and she didn't let anything stop her and got to where Jesus was. She didn't give up because she saw a bunch of people. She didn't give up because it was raining on Sunday morning. She didn't wake up and look outside and say, it's raining, I'll catch him next time. She came real. She didn't let the sniff Matthew and in Luke, it had these tassels on the corners. And the tassels were reminders to the Jews to obey the law. She did everything but obey the law. Because the law didn't really matter. She had a problem that needed Jesus' help. She didn't have time to look. Article 15 says, if you got a flow of blood, don't touch nobody. Because if you touch them, they're going to be unclean. She said, you can take that law somewhere else. I need to get to Jesus right now. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You got some desperate measures. Why are you pray? Seek God's face. I'll pay, send to his throne. Oh, the Holy Spirit was moving in this place today. When somebody tells you that they didn't sing a song, they rehearsed, that lets me know somebody's listening to the Lord. Oh, and when he opens some doors for you, desperate times when you can't get nothing through, and God said, let me kick that door open, you walk right on in. Now, if you didn't come in for anything else, you should have came in to tell God, I thank you for what you've done. She touched his garment. Notice what she said. For she said, if I may touch, if I may reach up and cling to, or put my hand on, just to touch his garment. Notice what she says. If I may touch is subjunctive. And what that means is probable. You guys got it? Probably gonna happen. If I can touch him, because I know what he did everywhere else. Then she got very indicative on me. She said, I shall be whole. And there's that word for salvation again. I shall be delivered. Oh man, I tell you, it just keeps getting better and better. Now notice this. After she wiggled her way and got up there, she was able to touch one of the tassels on his garment. And notice how God works. Immediately, instantaneously, right then, the blood that was flowing dried up on the spot. She didn't have to go through any therapy sessions. Oh, the Lord said, I'm the master healer. And he didn't even have to look at her. She touched him and it dried up. She was, notice when she touched him, it would have made him unclean if he was any ordinary guy. But he's not an ordinary guy. He is deity himself. And notice this. And so straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. Now the word plague right there means that not only did she have an issue of blood and she got worse, that word means that she was just tormented. She was in agony. It wasn't just experiences with that. And therefore, it stopped at that point and she was healed. There's a word healed for that. Then so she was delivered and she was healed. Now, notice what Jesus does. Immediately. Knowing. Now, that's omniscience. He didn't even have to turn around and look. He didn't have to say, who touched me? But Jesus wanted to show them that even though this woman was ceremonially unclean, it really didn't matter when it came to having compassion on somebody. Come on, somebody didn't hear what I'm saying. Oh, we have some legalists in the church now. We can't do that because. And there's nothing in Scripture about not doing that. Jesus said, hey, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. And when you look here, Jesus immediately, knowing in himself that virtue had gone, that word is power. had gone out of him. He knew that power had gone out of him. He stopped and turned around in the multitude and he asked a question. Now he knew. Who touched my clothes? That wasn't for his benefit. That was for his disciples' benefit. And then in the process of that time, his disciples thought, now this man done lost his mind. You see all these people. We getting bumped too. We bumping into you. And you ask me, who touched you? That's what Peter said, and you go look at Luke. He said, Lord, wait a minute now. You see this multitude of people, and you ask who touched you? Then Jesus noticed this. Okay, after his disciples said what they said, Jesus then looked around and he saw her that had done this thing. When he made eye contact with her, it did something to her. This woman was trembling. She was afraid. She was seized with alarm because she knew what she had did in touching all these men. She went and touched all these men, and then it says she was trembling. She was shaking. Would you imagine? Jesus turned, and you just shook it. Have you ever got up to speak in front of people? And you're not used to doing it? And your knees get to shaking. You get to quivering inside your stomach. You know, you might need to depend on or something. That's about ready to go to. And you're just so nervous in the midst of it. And this woman knows that she was nervous, she was afraid, she was trembling. And then she came forward, knowing what was done in her. And notice what she did. She does the same thing that Jairus does. She falls down in devotion, in homage, in reverence, and respect to him, before him, and told him all the truth. Notice the compassionate Lord. Notice her. Notice this. And all the while, Jairus is sitting there. Hold on. Wait a minute, Lord. I asked you first. That's what we would do. I asked you first. She had that for 12 years. Surely she can go another day. That's what we be thinking, you know. My daughter's about to die. And you worried about, hold on, Jesus. Let's renegotiate this thing. My help, I need help, is more desperate than hers. But yet the Lord is showing that even if a person dies,
That's right.
I am the resurrection and the life. Come on. He can do it, everybody. So notice this, what he says to the woman. He now stops and has a conversation with the woman. She didn't say anything back. Right there, after she told him everything, he says, daughter, term of endearment. Notice what he said, your faith have made you whole. So not only did you get physical healing, you got spiritual healing also. She didn't just approach Jesus for what he could do for her physically. She had to believe in him enough to know that he could do it. That he is God alone. That he is able to do it. And notice what he says. He gives her a command. He said, your faith has made thee whole. That's salvation. Then he said, go in peace. That's a command. And leave, when you leave here, just go. And the word in, it means that you go unto the object and expecting to reach it. In other words, you will now have peace. For 12 years, you didn't have peace. Because every time somebody looked at you, they looked at you with an eye like, oh, she's cursed. Imagine that. She was tormented, hurting too. I'm trying to paint the picture so you can see what somebody's going through. You know, sometimes you talk to people, you tell them you got a problem. They don't even know what you're going through. They can't relate to it. But then, when you're in the midst of a problem, you want people to know what you're going through, and they just can't get it sometimes. That's all right. This woman was going through. And so Jesus said, go in peace. Not only do you have the absence of agitation and torment in your life now, but you now have peace with God. And be whole. That's be healed. That means you're physically healed. Not only are you spiritually healed, you're also physically healed. So you got spiritual healing, therefore being justified by faith. We have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. That's spiritual peace. Then you also got some physical health. Now people not going to look at you. You can go to the marketplace. You can go to In-N-Out Burger. You can get you a husband now. That's another point I didn't bring out. Thank you, Bill, for preaching it. And that's another point, that for 12 years, she must have been a young woman when she started out. Wouldn't nobody marry her? And now, because she's healed instantaneously, she can get married now. Because that was another curse that women had. You couldn't have a baby or you couldn't get married. That was considered a curse in the Jewish culture. And let me hurry on now. And notice this. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. While he yet spake, when you think it couldn't get worse, Jairus says, my daughter is laying at the point of death. Then all of a sudden, Jesus gets interrupted on his way to Jairus' house. And then all of a sudden, after that period of time when he stood there with this woman, all of a sudden, here comes some messengers from the ruler of the synagogue's house and said, your daughter has died. Imagine Jairus' heart. Notice what happens after that. They said, your daughter's dead. Why do you keep troubling the master any further? Jesus heard what they said. And notice this. He said to Jairus, he didn't care about those other people. He said, don't be afraid. Only believe. Said you started out in faith. Just because things look to get worse, don't stop trusting. Okay, don't look at that as being for Jairus only. How often we see some things and we turn from walking with the Lord sometimes. We don't walk with him as diligently. When we want him to do something, we can't stop praying. But then when things take a turn, we decide, maybe will not pray anymore as much as I used to because he didn't answer my prayer. The Lord didn't say he didn't answer Jairus' prayer. He just didn't answer like Jairus wanted it. Come on. We get like that sometimes. All zealous for Jesus. But when things go astray, we ain't zealous much anymore. Why? Because he didn't do what I wanted him to do. Oh, look at you. He didn't do you like that in life. As long as you do for me, I'm going to be there for you. But the moment you have a change of mind, I'm not going to be there anymore. And yet the Lord told him, don't be afraid. Only believe. Notice this. Jesus then took him, and he didn't allow any man to follow him. All that multitude that was around him, he said, don't you come. Because it clouds the issue. Because you know, people got opinions about everything. There was a group at the house that had opinions when Jesus got there. Here you are trying to trust God. You always got somebody, I don't know. It ain't gonna work. You know, it never worked before. I don't know. Oh, you may not want to do. You know, I had a friend that had the same. Did anybody ask you? Then don't lend your opinion. You just shut up and start praying. You know the church over there on the other side of town, they had the same problem and they closed the doors on the church. Did we ask you? Can you just shut up? And get your behind in Bible study somewhere so you can start trusting God? How about you kneel down and pray sometime?
That's all right.
The rest of this crowd, stay. Peter, James, and John, Jairus, your wife, come with me.
Yeah.
And notice when they got to the house where the ruler was, ruler of the synagogue's house, all of a sudden these hired wailers, these professional mourners, and because he was a man of prestige, he could pay. And the mourning, the wailing, and that going on was something that they did to signal the community that death had taken place. And these people had no emotional connection whatsoever, but they just got paid. You know, people do anything for money sometimes. And look at this. And notice Jesus sees the tumult, the going here and there, the wailing and back and forth, and those that wept and wailed greatly. And when he was come in, notice this, he said unto them, why are you in all this uproar? What is this all about? And why are you weeping? He said, you weeping as though somebody's dead. See, they didn't know who Jesus was. And notice this, he said, the damsel, the young lady, the young maiden is not dead. She's just sleeping. See, that's a euphemism for death. And yet she's not dead in the sense of eternal death. She's just sleeping. You guys get that? She's not dead in eternal damnation. She's just sleeping. I believe if Jesus wouldn't have woke her up, she was already in the glory of the Father. So therefore Jesus said she's just sleeping. You know, when you and I who believe in Christ die, you know we're not dead. The body is just sleeping. It's not like some say, it's not soul sleep. It's just that the body is waiting for Jesus to descend and let the shout and the voice of the archangel and the trump of God, and then we get on up and get our new body. So she's just sleeping. And notice this. They looked at him and said, this man don't know what he's talking about. They started laughing at him, ridiculing him, and telling him basically, you really don't know what you're doing. It's just like Peter when they were out fishing all night. And Jesus said, launch out into the deep for a draught. And Peter said, Lord, we fished all night. Don't you know we got a thriving business? We know what we're doing. And you're going to tell us, Jesus, and he said, nevertheless, at thy word. Sometimes we just need to shut up. Not sometimes, all the time. We're going to get to the Lord's Supper in a minute. Just shut up. How about that? So here's what Jesus did. Jesus used some force. When it says in verse 40, he put them all out. The word expalo, that means out. And he forced them out. You don't want to mess with Jesus. He could have said, get out. And he could have lifted them up off their feet and threw them out. He didn't need Peter to get crazy on him. He said, get out. And he said, get out right now. They got out. He took the father and the mother, Peter, James, and John, went into the room where the young girl had laid breathless. He went in with Peter, James, and John, and the mother and father, took her by the hand and said, Talitha, come on. And guess what? He exerted power. She got up, and the Bible says that she began to walk. Dead people don't walk, everybody. Jesus said, because I am who I am, and because of your faith and trusting me, watch what I can do. I can take your desperate times and turn around where you can be rejoicing in the fact that I delivered you. Don't you neglect and don't you forget who Jesus is. Because he's never lost situation was not too hard for him to handle. Let me tell you about the 12s. 12 is governmental perfection. And what 12 represents, if you look at us, our clocks, you have 12 hours that separates day from night. And you have 12 hours that separate night from day. When you look at the Jairus, he was in the day of his life when his daughter was born. And all of her life until the time she got sick, and it was getting ready to be the nighttime. And yet night has no problem to God. And then you look at the woman with the issue of blood. She was in the night. But then when she met Jesus, the day of her life began to spring forth. You had one who was in a bad fix from the beginning in 12 years. And then all of a sudden, the Lord said, it's daytime now. Then you have one who was in daytime and it became night. But the Lord says, I'll make it daytime again. That's what God can do. You may be in your upswing now from your nighttime, but daytime is coming. Or you may be in your daytime, but nighttime is coming. Governmental perfection says God controls both day and night. It don't matter what time of day it is. He's got it under control. He can say, be healed. He can take you by the hand, or you can touch him. And he's got it all under control. Trust him today. He didn't come to die for no reason. He died for you and me. He died so that we can have this relationship with him. Don't just trust him in theory.
Come on now.
Somebody know what I'm talking about. Don't you just trust him in no theory. Don't say, yeah, I know you can trust God. But the question is, do you? Do you believe that the one that you read off the pages of this scripture, you know the reason why I trust him? Because number one, he saved my soul. I trust him, number one again, because he got up from the dead. I trust him again, because number one again, all of them is number one, because he's seated at the right hand of majesty on high, making intercession for this boy right here. You know, I trust him because he's making intercession for me. When I get in trouble, he dispatches some angels. In the midst of my desperate measures that call for desperate times, that call for desperate measures. Will you trust him today? I pray that you've been blessed today, that you can draw, that you will trust the Lord more than when you came here today. Will you do that for me today? Will you trust him some more? Continue to tell him how good he is. Because he is, right? Anybody that drove here this morning or rolled with somebody here this morning, or if you walked here this morning, he's good. Don't take for granted because we got some, you know, we live in California. We some crazy folks. When there's a drizzle, you get all the water on the roadway, you know it takes the grace of God to get it. Because some people act like they ain't got no sense. They keep driving the same speed. And here we are. But it's going to be by his grace to get us from here to there after we leave here. God bless you today. He's been so good to me. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. And hid my every wrong. Didn't we sing that a lot? Long as I live and trouble rise, I'll hasten to his throne. Mother ever keep hastening. Mother Green, Mother Brown, Jeff, Joe, Choir. Choir getting small as I preach. Maybe they hastening to his throne. I want to extend unto you the invitation right now. Our Lord made it possible for us to have a relationship with the Father through Him. When He died on the cross, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes into the Father but by me. That's by Him. If you want to have a relationship with the Lord, God Almighty, the Father, you got to come by way of Jesus Christ. And Jesus went through to take care of measures so that we can have that right to believe. When He died on the cross, He paid for all of our sin on the cross that day. And then not only did He pay for sins, He died, He took upon Himself. He was a man just like us, human being. And then when he went into the grave, He got up. That sealed the victory.
Yeah.
Oh death, where's your sting? Oh grave, where's your victory? But the Lord said, all you need to do is trust Him and believe Him. That He is Lord, and then surrender your life to Him. And just live for Him until eternity comes knocking on your door. Is there one today? Let us stand.